Welcome everybody. My name is Leslie Duffy and I am the Head of Accommodation. I'm here today to basically give you a whistle-stop tour of accommodation. Some of you may already be a resident or some of you may be thinking about joining us in semester 2 and potentially already know a lot about accommodation already. London South Bank University has 4 halls of residence right at the heart of central London, giving students a perfectly located yet safe and comfortable base. There is over 1,400 single occupancy, self-catered rooms in self-contained flats. All rooms are non-smoking and have access to a kitchen, and flats can accommodate between 3 and 9 residents depending on the hall. As you can see, this is a map that kind of points out where each of our halls are. We have McLaren, which is number 17, David Bomberg, number 22, 21 is Dante, and 20 is New Kent Road. All of the accommodation are within 5 to 10 minutes walk of the main campus. McLaren House is probably 500 metres, the closest halls of accommodation near to the campus. Not that far away and easy to get up very quickly in the morning to come to the university. There's 611 ensuite rooms and there's only 9 standard rooms where they're shared facilities. We've got different size rooms and most flats accommodate between 8 residents, and there are smaller flats for 3 to 5 residents. At McLaren, there's common room facilities, which sadly will not be available at the moment, but we're looking to reintroduce those as soon as we're able to. And you can get your contract of over 39 weeks. David Bomberg House isn't that far away. Just on Borough High Street, and it's a 5-minute walk away from campus. As you can see, there's 289 ensuite rooms there, and those flats are from 3 residents to 9 residents. There is a social space there, and there's also a purpose-built cinema room, which students do really like to use. We offer different contract lengths there, which are 40 to 48 weeks. And you'll find, depending on your course, where is best suited to you to be housed. At David Bomberg, we do house quite a lot of healthcare students due to the length of the contracts that are available. Dante Road, a little bit further out, 10 minutes walk from campus. These are 414 standard rooms and they are shared facilities. Again, there's different flat sizes from 6 residents down to 4 residents. Again, common room facilities that are there, and different indoor and outdoor seating areas. And again, the letting period there is 40 to 48 weeks. Again, a lot of healthcare students do like to be housed at Dante. It's a little bit further out, and there's a little bit more freedom at Dante. New Kent Road is one of our oldest residents, halls of residence, and it's a little courtyard area on the New Kent Road. There's 81 standard rooms, all of those are shared facilities, and quite small flats, 2 to 5 people. At the moment, New Kent Road is staying closed because we are condensing students within the other 3 bigger halls of residence, but we are looking to reintroduce New Kent Road for any students who are interested in coming into semester 2. Across all campuses, we have laundrettes, there's the Wi-Fi, we have a 24-hour on-call staff, we have management available between 8 AM and 8 PM. We have obviously the scheduled flat cleaning services, emergency maintenance, which all support you whilst you're living in your halls. The price ranges I've just put up there because if some of you are thinking about coming in semester 2, it might be useful just to understand what the weekly costs are. All of this information can be found on the web pages. Living in London can be quite expensive. I would like to think our halls of residence are very competitive against London prices. It just gives you an indication. On average, we're just nearly £3,000 cheaper than some of the London prices. So that's a consideration if you're thinking whether to come into halls of residence or whether to look at private accommodation. If you're not already a resident and you're considering coming to apply for accommodation for semester 2, you can find all of the information on the website. The application process is very straightforward. You create an account and then you can start creating your application around your preferences. And what we do is we take those offers, and then when there's room available, we offer those out to you and you'll be hearing from us. When you do accept your offer, you do need to pay a £400 booking fee. Some of you will know that if you're already resident, and that's deducted off your final terms rent. Room allocation is quite important. We have 1,400 bed spaces and potentially over 5,000 new first-year students. So obviously we have to allocate in a certain way. First-year students will always get priority against other returning students. And there is other considerations we do take into account. Applicants with physical disabilities, care leavers and vulnerable adults will also be assessed on a case-by-case basis. And students who are also under 18 are eligible to apply for accommodation, and we just work with you separately. Again, the webpage is a great source of information for all of you to look up for some more details. Just when you arrive, as we're finding out today, as some students are moving in, we have a partnership with Unikit Out, and it's a really good source where you can get all your essentials when you arrive to university, from your bedding, grocery packs, stationery packs. So when you arrive, all of that should be ready and in your room waiting for you. And it saves you walking around where is the nearest shops where you might want to purchase some of those things. For those that are resident already, or for those that are thinking about coming into accommodation, we have accommodation office based in the Student Life Centre. We're not open at the moment, but we're looking to reopen the office on the 21st of September, and we're going to open from 10:30 to 2:30. You'll find Dawn, who is the office manager in there, and we've got Rebecca and Natasha. All of them are very experienced accommodation staff, and they can support with anything from the application to the allocation, any financial matters, contract issues, if you want to move, and also they have information on private accommodation. Really important, certainly for this year, we have a Resident Life Ambassador programme, and each year we employ a number of residents at each residence. We look for students, we look for individuals who want to make a positive impact on their student experience and really support other students in their halls of residence. It's a fantastic opportunity to develop your skills. We do give you training, and we also pay quite well. So it is very useful if you become a resident, if you was interested in moving on and becoming a Resident Life Ambassador. Again, this year, which is really important, we're going to try to develop a very different community life. Anna Snepster is our Resident Life Coordinator. She manages all of the RLAs. And this year we've employed 12 student ambassadors who are given specific duties working with the accommodation team and wellbeing managers to make a better SE1 life for you. We're going to develop our Club Care blog account and our Club Care YouTube channel. We're also going to do activities with the Academy of Sport and in-house activities. Obviously, we need to bear in mind the new rule from today, which is the rule of 6. you will find that you'll get quite a lot of email communication from Anya and the RLAs and the wellbeing managers, how you can get involved. The important message here is you're not alone in accommodation, and we're all going to need each other this year. Really, really importantly, we have a great out-of-hours welfare support service, Dusk to Dawn. Some of you may already, if you're in halls, may have met Vicky or Leon. I know they've been in halls and done many an introduction to you all who they've seen. They work 4 days on, 4 days off, and they work 365 days a year. They will talk to you if you just want to chat, if you're feeling homesick, if you're feeling quite anxious, anything more complex. They know who to talk to. They know where to give you the support. You will see they're available from 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. and their mobile phones are available where you can contact them. I've written down there, Tea, Toast and Talk. It's a little bit of a new initiative we're going to introduce, probably starting in October. Really, they're just going to be around, and literally at night time, it's literally tea, toast and talk. They just want to get to know you. They just want to support you, and they just want to know that you're safe in your accommodation. We also work with student services. So if we feel anybody needs more support and we've got your consent, we will work with student services. So there's a collaborative approach. So the benefits of living in halls, we have an accreditation for our customer service, which is really great, which is recognised. We also are part of the UUK Code of Practice, and therefore this tells us how we're actually going to run our halls. We have to ensure that we're offering a healthy, safe environment, that we maintain our buildings correctly. We offer a clean, pleasant living environment. Our contractual relationship with you is positive. We give you the ability to access health and wellbeing services, and the living environment is free from antisocial behaviour. The UUK Code of Practice can be found online, and it may, and quite a lot of students access it because they check that we're doing what we say we're going to do. Other benefits of living in halls, as I've already explained, is that we've got the RLAs who are there to develop programmes and free activities to make your life in halls that much easier. We are building a community. We're also introduced our Resident Life Cup. Where there's 4 halls, we do get a little bit competitive. So we're going to be doing events throughout the year, or hopefully you're going to get involved in, and try and gain points to win that free end of year summer party. Hopefully the rule of 6 would have been gone by then. As a resident, first years are also given free gym membership through the Academy of Sport. And this is for the whole year. Really take advantage of that. Returning students also will be given a free gym membership for the first semester. The benefits, again, moving on, of living in halls, just due to our location, there's transport networks all over the place, and you can really get out and about and explore London. Local attractions, which you might have already found out, are the artworks at the Elephant and Castle, the Imperial War Museum, Borough Market, the Shard, the London Eye. So when you're out and you're able to go out, socially distanced, of course, please take advantage of exploring the local area. So this year, what's going to be different in our halls? Obviously, with COVID, we've really had to think about how we're going to operate. Obviously, you're going to see a lot of signage around social distancing. You will see it on campus and obviously in halls. We've obviously have to consider students who are having to quarantine. And what we ask is that everyone supports anybody who might have to go into quarantine, and just be mindful of how they might be feeling. We have a no guest policy, sadly, at the moment, because we're just trying to keep you safe and not trying to introduce too many other people into our halls. We've got enhanced cleans, which hopefully you will see cleaners out and about all day long cleaning the main communal areas and additional cleans in your kitchens. Face masks. You know we've all got to wear our face mask. And it's really important in halls as well that we wear our face mask when we go into the communal areas. As a household, you don't have to wear it in your flat, but because we have built your bubble already. We're having to work with students who may have to self-isolate. Sometimes somebody might come to us who might say they have symptoms, and we're going to send out a lot of communication and work with all of the residents if any situations arrive. Obviously, the rule of 6, I mentioned a few times now, is something that we've got to have to consider. So again, in halls, we have to be mindful that we're not gathering out in the courtyards or in the social spaces because you will be asked to disperse. It sounds like it's going to be quite harsh, but actually it's going to be a very positive experience working in halls. We want everyone to sign into our community agreement. And that talks about living in halls. It's a shared experience and we're all in the journey together. And we're all going to work together every step of the way. Transition into university life can be really anxious, and more than ever, we need to acclimatise to the new normal. And we ask you to agree to 2 things, just respect and mindfulness. This year, there are extra health and wellbeing expectations, and it will be everybody's responsibility to understand and follow the guidance in order to minimise risk. After all, we are living through this together. Thank you for joining me today, and best wishes on your journey. There was a question opportunity, a question and answer opportunity, and I don't know if any of you have taken advantage of that. If you do have any questions that you do think I really wish I'd asked, you can contact the accommodation office, which is accommodation@lsbu.ac.uk. They'll be happy to help. Also, if you're a resident, don't forget your reception areas who have got all the answers to all the questions. Very best wishes to you all.